This is episode 12 of Shark Lore. How the episodes will go is I'll discuss each species within a family per episode. I'll provide maximum length, how deep they can swim, their diet, mode of reproduction, and any other additional facts worth talking about. So today we are looking at the Carcharhiniformes Part 4 and the final part, the Hammerhead sharks, which have the most recent evolution adaptation for sharks, having improved angle of electroreception and vision with their distinct hammerhead shape. The great hammerhead, or Spherna mocharon, this shark has an average length of 15 feet and reaches up to 20 feet long, rightfully why great is in its name. The hammer shape gives them a near 360-degree vision, meaning they have one of the best senses of sight out of any animal. Their diet is all about stingrays since they are immune to stingray spines, but will eat just about any other marine vertebrate/invertebrate if stingrays are not available. It's also thought that the cephalofoil is useful because the ampullae of Lorenzini are angled downward to help detect better burrowing stingrays. Reproduction is placental viviparity with up to 55 pups, and are unique for mating near the surface than at the bottom like most sharks do. Hammerheads have a nomadic lifestyle while still being extremely social to other hammerheads and pilotfish that tag along to look for food. They can, however, get very aggressive when food supply is low, and great hammerheads in particular will resort to cannibalism. Luckily, they are mostly very shy and usually don't react if humans are in the water. The scalloped hammerhead, or Spherna lewini, is a smaller version of its great cousin by reaching up to 10.7 feet. This means they would rather eat cephalopods, bony fish, and occasionally blacktip reef sharks. They'll still eat just about everything a great hammerhead would, other than trying cannibalism in periods of starvation. They're essentially just a smaller and less aggressive version, and they have, however, been inside of an underwater volcano, which is the picture depicting on the right. The smooth hammerhead, or Spherna zygana, being in the middle of the hammerheads with a max length of 16 feet, the only other difference between the scalloped hammerhead is that the middle of the hammer does not have an inward V shape and instead has an outer round edge. So the picture on the right hammerhead is the smooth, and the one with that slight V is the scalloped. The Carolina hammerhead, or Spherna gilberti, found near South Carolina and Brazil, was at first confused for being a scalloped hammerhead, with it showing a missing vertebrate, but that missing vertebrate determined it to be a different species in 2013. However, I could not find anything else about the shark. The small eye/golden hammerhead, or Spherna tudes, grows up to 4.9 feet in length and swims down to 118 feet. They are recognized for the distinct gold on its cephalofoil and fins. They primarily feed on shrimp, with the adults being brave enough to try bony fish, crab, and squid. And for reproduction, they are viviparous with 5 to 12 pups per litter. The Winghead, or Eusphaera blochi, has an extra widened head of a species, so the head is about half as long as its body, and it grows up to 6.2 feet in length, with the depth being unknown, but the diet consists of bony fish, crustaceans, and cephalopods, and for reproduction they are viviparous with 6 to 25 pups per litter. The Scoophead, or Spherna media, grows up to 4.9 feet in length, with depth being unknown, and diet consists of cephalopods, smaller sharks, and flounders, and even has viviparous reproduction. The scalloped bonnethead, or Spherna corona, grows up to 3 feet long and swims down to 330 feet near mangroves and estuaries. They feed on crustaceans, mollusks, cephalopods, echinoderms, and bony fish, and for reproduction, they are viviparous with about 2 pups per litter. And the famous bonnethead shark, or Spherna tibero, they may only get to around 4.9 feet in length, but they are the only plant-eating/omnivorous sharks. They are also the only shark species to have sexual dimorphism based on the head. They are the only hammerhead to use pectoral fins for swimming instead of using their cephalofoil. They spend time in shallow estuaries and sand bottoms abundant with seagrass, and although they do enjoy meats like blue crab and shrimp, the seagrass consumed is likely used to protect the stomach from the spiny blue crab. A 2018 study shows, however, that seagrass does get moderately digested. It's the only hammerhead with a large dorsal fin actually used for swimming, and for reproduction, they are viviparous with 4 to 12 pups, and they're the first shark to successfully confirm that they in fact do use parthenogenesis. So with that, we would conclude all the shark species. However, I have saved one last episode with a couple of species that you're probably wondering were not mentioned in previous episodes. So be ready for that one.